Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, December 21st. Wanted to get out my new weekly bands and tradable levels for you guys to have a nice little roadmap here for the upcoming week. Shortened week as it might. Obviously, we're on a holiday schedule this week. But with that said, there'll still be some price action and hopefully there'll still be some decent trades. First off, I just wanted to hopefully, you guys saw a few emails come in from me. For those of you that had signed up for the weekly bands and the tradable levels, when I came up with my bands last Sunday, obviously we had the contract rollover, which really kicked into effect probably midday Monday to Tuesday, which obviously affected some of the levels and some of the bands. And I tried to scramble and send out another video. I'm sorry, another email with some updated bands and some updated tradable levels. So hopefully you guys got that. It's been kind of a struggle here. December has definitely not been the best trading for me personally. We've just had a few things. Obviously, the volatility in that last week of November, I thought was pure garbage. The ES was pretty much untradeable for almost 10 days straight. And then we finally broke free with FOMC. We started seeing some price action. Then, unfortunately, we had the contract rollover, which kind of throws a wrench, especially when you're looking at when your strategy is based around volume. There starts to become a kind of a mixture of March's contracts with December's contracts. Some of the volume doesn't line up. Some of the levels still don't line up. So a little bit of a tricky scenario for maybe the first week and a half. But I would say the last couple of days been seeing price action much better. And I'm hoping that here for this coming week and obviously leading into the new year, we've got some pretty good price action and some good movement in the markets, and hopefully volume is it's the reason why I love the strategy, is that no matter what, volume is going to dictate where price action is going to go. And I'm willing to debate anybody on that fact. So with that, let's get into the new weekly bands. And I think one more thing I got to mention is, for those that have visited my website in the last 3 or 4 days, which is robstrades.com, I know a lot of people go to the site after these weekly videos that I come up with my new bands and my new tradable levels. The site, unknowns to me, was down for about 3 or 4 days. The site loaded, but none of the links or nothing was working on there, which I do apologize. It's not my fault, but I had made an update, I believe, on Monday. And it wasn't until I needed to, one of my members had asked me for a video that I know I've got posted on the website. So I went there and I'm like, well, this is kind of weird. I can't click on any of the links here. So GoDaddy is the host provider for that. And when I contacted them, they're like, yeah, your site was kind of stuck in between a server update, and we just got to refresh it on our end from the server. It took them a minute, and it's up and running. So again, if you're looking for a very nice, clean report every single Sunday that has all my weekly bands, all my tradable levels, provide those to you guys for free. Every single morning on my Discord, I provide my 5 and 15-minute levels, which have been honestly doing fantastic. I think next weekend I'll save the email that I got from one of, I believe he's on my Discord. He might actually be on my Signal service, that I got from him. That was a pretty awesome email. But I'll share that with you guys next week. Next weekend there's going to be a ton of updates, guys, and a lot of stuff that I'm going to be kind of announcing here coming for the New Year's. So make sure that you hop on to the next video. And tomorrow I will be streaming at 8 a.m., so 30 minutes before the market opens. I am giving away some Apex evaluations in spirit of the holidays here, so hopefully you guys can join that. Should be a fun day. There's going to be a little bit of a different format tomorrow, but I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So with that, let's get into the intro, and then let's update our bands. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's just start off with the ES. Obviously, we didn't touch into this tradable level here at the 69.50, which is still there. We've got this weekly band that's sitting here at the 69.90 to the 69.43. Still hasn't been tapped into, so we don't really need to make anything adjustments there. This one was a little bit of upsetting to me, the 68.49. We obviously had a huge push. And this was Monday. So again, that Monday, Tuesday, we had that intermixture of the two contracts. Some of the levels were a bit off. So not much we can do with that. Obviously this level seemed to be the magnet for the market for almost 2.5 days. Constant rejections and everything like that, and bouncing off back and forth. But not the greatest tradable level, and not at least how I grade mine at the 68.49. So we did finally break through that. We tapped into this lower weekly band that I'd given you guys at the 67.81 to the 67.40. And as you can see, we got a monster rejection back to the upside for about 100 points on the ES right there off this weekly band, which just gives you some thought on how strong these weekly bands perform. So with that, I just need to make really one adjustment. This band I'm going to keep here at the 67.81. Still a lot of unbalanced volume resting in there. I am going to make one more band, and that one is now going to be sitting at the 68.61 to the 68.14. Again, that's the 68.61 down to the 68.14. Okay, so right there. So right below where price action just left us. This week, this tradable level, which again didn't perform the best. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Yes, it was definitely a line that price action bounced off 100 times. This is on the 15 minutes, so imagine on the 5 and the 1. But still, just didn't get respected so well. The first tap in there was on Monday. And, not trying to make excuses, but that contract rollover there kind of played its part there just a little bit. As far as some new tradable levels, we do have a few. So let me put this guy in. This one is going to sit. I got to put him to default. First tradable level is going to sit at the 68.49. That's not it. Text 68.49. Yeah, so it is. No, I'm sorry. Take that one off. Take that one back off. 69.50. 69.50. Oh no, that's we already have. So this one was right. 68.49. I know that was the one that we were just talking about, but that is the correct one. 68.49. Sorry about that. Okay, so remember the 69.50 is still in play. 68.49 is also in play. That's below where price action is currently sitting at. Our next tradable level is going to sit at the 67.85. 67.85. And that one is going to be sitting right above this band. Remember, 67.85. And again, if you go to my website, robstrades.com, you'll receive a really nice email that's got all of the weekly bands, everything that we've got up on here, and all of the tradable levels for the upcoming week. So that's important. If we switch over now to the NQ, I think we've got a few more bands here that we got to make some adjustments to. So we've got one to the top side. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let's see how price action reacted here. I believe we got to go to the 14th. Let me just make sure the 14th sounds right. Yeah, 14th was the Sunday. So let's jump over here. So video came out, let's see, 14th. So somewhere right around here is when the video came out. We did come up, tested this level, this tradable level, pretty perfectly at the 25,670. We came straight back down. Strong move, actually. We had a tradable level at the 25,336, which had a very nice reaction to. Also had a hard time getting through this band, as you guys can see. Finally came back down to the 25,16. Again, nice reaction off of this level. And then, as you guys can see, we tapped right into this band. It just keeps happening. Just keeps doing it. 25,096 to the 25,027, and I mean, holy moly, huge move to the upside. Finally, we came right back down, and that's when we finally broke through that tradable level. So now let's go to where current price action is sitting. And I believe I can now change this guy to the 25,827 to the 25,758. Again, 25,827 to the 25,758. Okay, so that one's going back. This one's going up here. So we got a sandwich of two tradable levels up here. You got a lot of unbalanced volume sitting up there. So make sure that you've got that one marked out. I can get rid of this one. And I can get rid of that one. And I can get rid of this one. Okay. And then the next band is going to sit at the 25,365. So that's going to be this one. Very small, slight adjustment to him, which is the 25,365 to the 25,270. Again, that's the 25,365 to the 25,270. Okay, so that's now where the new weekly band here sits on the NQ. And then below that, slight adjustment to this guy. Actually, not so slight. That's going to be the 25,012 to the 24,900. Again, the 25,012 to the 24,900. Okay, so that's where that new weekly band is sitting at on the NQ below us. And then as far as our tradable levels, let's bring this down just a little bit so we can see a little bit more of the price action here. We've got one level here at the 25,796, 25,796. Okay, so that's sitting right in the middle of this band. You guys know how much I love these tradable levels that are sitting in our weekly bands. Super powerful. We've got another one that is going to be at the 25,344, 25,344. Okay, also in our big weekly band right down here, 25,344. Got some two nice little juicy ones there. And then our last one is going to be at the 25,100. 25,100. 25,100. And that's one's right down here. So a few updates on the weekly bands, a few updates on the tradable levels. Volume should start balancing out pretty well here, especially that March contract volume that I'm looking at so carefully. Had made some adjustments to my volume profile. I actually added one more that gave me now the daily profile on the left-hand side, which helps me with the March contract. And then I've got my 45 or 90-day composite volume profile on the right side, which gives me more of a hybrid between December and March. And typically I do that for about a week and a half, max 2 weeks. And then after that, you could just switch right back over to the 45-day composite. So again, hope to see you guys live. Trade my setups every single morning, right at the market open. Actually, we've been starting about 30 minutes early, just to get some pre-planning in for the market. Hope you guys join. We'll be giving away some Apex evaluations tomorrow for the holiday seasons, and wishing you guys the best. Happy trading, guys. Take care. Hey guys, I just wanted to come back really quickly, just to fix this NQ, the weekly bands for the NQ, which sit at the 25,827 to the 25,758. This band sits at the 25,365 to the 25,270. And this band sits at the 25,012 down to the 24,900. The band underneath that one is at the 24,823 to the 24,744. Tradable levels are all correct. Just I need to make that change on the weekly band. And the email going out to everyone that gets my report should be out in the next 5 minutes. All right, take care.